Hey guys, this is Julie. It is Sunday, December 10th, and we're going to take a look at the new JATS HiLo2 template um, and talk about change. We were able to identify a little correction that needed to be made to the template. It was actually a licensing issue. Calculate on bar close equals false. I needed to include that on my license. Most all of my other templates are calculate on bar close equals true. So once we troubleshooted that, I'm going to export a license very early next week and get this revised template and license out to everyone. So in the meantime, I thought I would show you how it works inside of NinjaTrader. I've got a chart template and Blackbird ready for you so that you can see this. Um, the goal is to wait for price to move outside the channel before taking a pullback, and the trades are executed on these pullbacks once this condition occurs. So once we go outside the channel, we can take trades either at the first trigger line or the second in Blackbird, but not both at the same time. It's an or node, so one or the other. So you can also manually trade this, and I'll show you how to do that, to put a manual trade on and take a profit target. Of course, you set your own profit targets and stop losses according to your own risk profile. I'm just giving you a signal at these trigger lines. So we want to demonstrate that for you. You can see how this signal here executed on both trigger lines, and this signal just the first trigger line. So I've got it set up so that the signals will fire off on both, but Blackbird will just execute one at a time. But you can manually trade um, and manage that trade also. I recommend for this system, since I'm looking for trades outside the channel, that a good method for taking risk would be to set your stop a few ticks below the bottom channel line, and that's how I have it set up in Blackbird. So we'll take a look at that. So everything is working correctly now, and I will turn Blackbird on so that you can take a few trades. Again, this is Sunday. These are not live trades. This is just in the simulated data feed to show you, as an example, the behavior of the signals. When you get to a trigger line, it's not going to engage until you get a cross and then a recross. So let me pull this down and show you that you'll get your signal once it recrosses that line. And then you can set your profit target up. I've got the stop a few ticks above the upper channel line, and then the profit target at the level of the prior bar closes. And should price come up to the second trigger line, you can, execute another entry to come back in with that very short risk behind it, and or you can just elect to trade that second channel line and not the first trigger line, excuse me, the first trigger line instead of the second one. I mean the second one instead of the first one, to get a better risk profile on that trade, but we'll allow this to go ahead and come back down now and start a new bar. So I'll show you what the second trigger line looks like.
Order filled.
Okay, get a new bar open. Then let me go ahead and move the trend back up so I can get a trigger on this higher bar. And again, you can see in the middle here, I've got it set up so it's going to stay out of a change, like a consolidation area. It's not going to take trades in tops and bottoms, but you want the move to be in existence and then take the meat of the move once that move has shown itself. So let's show you the second trigger line. Again, it won't execute at the trigger line. It requires a cross and a recross. Let me pull it down.
Order filled.
And there's your entry. So I've got everything working very well. And again, you can set your risk profile as well as your profit targets according to your own personal style of trading. And as you can see, once the markets move in that channel direction, the goal is to take pullbacks. So
Order filled.
in um, keeping with the presentation of trading with the meat of the move, trading pullbacks once that move has been established was the goal of this template. And then, of course, the Blackbird strategy to allow you to take fine-tuned entries at those locations. So I hope that helps you. Come back into the trade room open house Monday. Shoot me an email and I'll let you come in one more time, and this template is now working correctly. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Y'all have a good rest of your day.